everybody, today is Golf R time again, and finally we can get out on the Autobahn to test the times with the Driftbox, how fast the car goes, 100 to 200. You've likely already seen our POV night drive video where we did some accelerations on the Autobahn, but of course today we want to see really what the time is when we look at the GPS box later on. We have put the traction control into the sport mode in order to really engage the launch control right now, and we want to now get out on the track. You have to bear in mind, again, winter time. We have winter tires on. We have the wide 235 19-inch winter tires on this car, and we also have a damp and wet track today. You've probably also seen it from the outside already. That means, of course, that the numbers will be influenced, but this has a very effective torque vectoring system in the back, which also increases the traction. So let's see how it actually does on the Autobahn. So let's kick it off with a 0 to 100 launch control. Oh my goodness, this is really fast. 4.4 seconds on the Driftbox with that start on wet tarmac. Saying it again, 19-inch winter tires and wet tarmac. Wow. I mean, this torque vectoring system in the back really must make a difference, because it gets a lot more grip onto the road than, for example, what we had in an Audi S3 that we also tested with similar horsepower. So let's now see how fast the Golf R goes, 100 to 200. So guys, this is simply amazing. The time that the car took onto 100 kilometers per hour in those damp and wet conditions with winter tires, 19-inch winter tires, was a 4.4 second, and I really managed to do that time multiple times on the Driftbox, and therefore I believe it is definitely right. I think that is truly amazing, and it's mainly due to the fact of this active differential or torque vectoring system that they have in the back, because it just shifts power onto the rear axle right into the spot where you need it in order to get the best acceleration out of it. So torque vectoring, similar to what I explained with the Tiguan R, doesn't only help you on a curvy road when you want to do some handling or even for the drift mode, it really helps you also for the acceleration, for the launch control. Secondly, the number that amazes me just as much is the number from 100 to 200, because the car did in 11.5 seconds 100 to 200, which means overall we managed to do a time of 16 seconds, around 16 seconds, 0 to 200. And I think that is really faster than what we had before. It's at least a second and a half, in some parts maybe even 2 seconds faster than what the predecessor was doing. Maybe you can also look up our old video that we did of the Golf R and our own Golf R, but you can definitely tell that this 100 to 200 number has increased. It's not only 320 horsepower on paper, the car really seems to have that additional power. Yeah, so sorry again for doing this test under those, let's say, not ideal conditions, but I hope you could still get a glimpse, because we don't have this car for such a long time, and I really wanted to do this test to really give you an idea of how fast it can actually go to 100 and also to 200. Hopefully within the next days we will have some more videos coming, of course also looking at the drift mode. We will of course also looking at the exhaust sound even more, how it pops and bangs. Also bear in mind that this car only has around 1500 kilometers on the clock, so just right to do accelerations around with it, but probably if that Akrapovic exhaust has 10,000 kilometers or more, it will be truly amazing, those pops and bangs and the sheer sound that's coming out of it. So thanks for tuning in. Make sure to stay tuned for all the content that we also have on Instagram, of course, and Facebook. And yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. We were all waiting for this car for so long, and I think it has been a real pleasure to do this test already today.